Chad's taking a leap, and just let me say, it isn't going to end well. Hey everybody, Stephen Human here, and today on AYL, we're digging into the past and looking into the future of off-roading. First off, Chad and Malia get schooled, but it's how they get there that's the real adventure. Then join me as I discover history in the desert and show how you can come here on a tour yourself. When, you ask? Well, I'll have the answer, I promise. Last but not least, Restein takes a nap and dreams of canyons that seem too beautiful to be real. Get ready because Outdoor Adventure starts now on At Your Leisure.
Dirt roads, a line of four-wheel drive vehicles, and a pretty nice winter day. Hi everybody, welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Chad Booth.
And I'm Malia Bascom.
And we are out here with a whole bunch. Okay, who's going to be the spokesman here? All right, so okay. Come on down here. He got nominated. You are
Gil Meacham.
Gil Meacham, and this organization we've just kind of run into?
Is disorganized, yes. We don't actually, most of these people are affiliated with Utah 4x4.
Where are we going today, Gil?
We're going to go down into the Arizona Strip to the Trumbull Schoolhouse.
So what is Trumbull?
At the base of Mount Trumbull, there's a little community that developed at the base of Mount Trumbull. And there's a schoolhouse there that was built around the turn of the century, and they've restored that schoolhouse. Most of the areas around it are farmers and ranchers.
How often do you guys get together and do this?
Well, parts of this group get together weekly.
Really?
So everybody, different groups, but all from the same club, basically.
Well, we're all going to head south to Trumbull, and you guys head east on our travel adventure to Lost Creek.
Well, you know, if you'd like to actually try the Lost Trail, as it were, you wouldn't be lost at all if you were to come back in March, because they are going to be covering that ground in the Tri-State OHV Jamboree, which is held every year in March, the first jamboree of the season in this neck of the woods. People from all over the country come. You ought to join in on the fun. Maybe we'll see you there.
Yeah, and this is a beautiful area. We're headed to the Trumbull Schoolhouse, and you know, we've been out kind of exploring some other little side trails along the way.
Hiking only, I might add.
Yes, hiking only, non-motorized. But it's interesting looking at all of the little different animal footprints in the snow, and we think we may have even seen a cougar track back there.
That would be very interesting.
Yes.
Which would probably be a good piece of advice if you come out here. Make lots of noise.
Yeah,
don't wear anything that makes you look like a deer. And
there are cougars out here.
Yes, there are real cougars, you know, with the claws and everything. Right. So anyway, stay with us. We'll be back with more of At Your Leisure. We got to go get back with the rest of the Jeep posse. When we come back, it'll be time for our product review. We better get going.
Let's go.
I think we should go that way.
What about that way?
Not that way.
We came from that way.
That's true.
So I think we need to go that way.
That way.
No, that way.
Spin the tires. Welcome back to At Your Leisure. Hey, you know, this does bring up a good point, though, Malia, if you think about it. There are thousands of roads out here.
Yes.
And you come to intersections like this all the time.
And they're not always going to have a sign as well as this one.
That's
it's
true.
Clearly marked.
So it's probably a good idea to travel with a club or a group.
Right.
With somebody that kind of knows the area. Short of that, if you can't, then take a map, take a GPS, learn how to use it.
And always let someone know where you're going.
That's true. So, you know, that whole haystack thing, the needle in it, if the haystack's much smaller and they kind of know where to look for you, chances are they'll find you before you have to walk 47 miles back to St. George. That's right. All right.
Well, I think the next road we should take is the road to our product review.
Perfect. Well, we made it.
We made it.
Kinda.
We found it.
Yes, indeed. And the bell tolls.
For those who lived here.
That's right. Welcome back to At Your Leisure. This is our destination. We came out to the Mount Trumbull Schoolhouse. It's actually a replica because unfortunately some vandals decided to torch it one night.
Yeah.
But they've done a pretty good job of recreating it, and they're trying to pull all the history back. But you know what? The neat thing about the deserts out here is that there are places like this all over. And as we were driving out, you know some of the old cabins and things?
Yes, the solitary life.
Oh man, can you imagine?
Do you think their kids came to the Mount Trumbull Schoolhouse?
That's what momentous thing happened here.
People learned to read here.
They learned to read, they did. Actually, we're going to scope out the whole story on this and find out, and we'll give you a full report in just a minute.
Yes, and right now we need to check out our trailhead adventure.
That's how they lit school. Kids would take turns while the teachers taught night school. They didn't learn much, but man, they had really strong right arms. Wow. Oh, you didn't hear that. Yeah, wait a minute though. This map is so old it still says Canaan on it.
Yeah, Denver is the only city in the West. So, Booth, did this remind you of when you were in school?
Yes, it actually, and this
many moons ago.
Many moons ago, but you know what? This is the most nostalgic because recess was my best subject. Anyway, stay with us. We'll be back with more of At Your Leisure at the Mount Trumbull Schoolhouse.